What's going on, guys? It's Elias. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. We're working on the Prelude today because unfortunately it's actually gotten a misfire. Now, I discovered this misfire at NCM, National Corvette Museum track at Time Trial Nationals, part of the SCCA Time Trial program. I was driving it pretty hard. There was a couple of times it was an oil starvation issue. You fixed that by adding more oil. Now it could be that the spark plug got wet or the wires could be old. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to fix this misfire issue that occurred at the track. It was actually when I was chasing that Integra GSR. There was a couple times where the car was kind of misfiring or just kind of very low on power, and then went back into power and then back out of power and then went back into power. That usually is indicative of an electrical problem, so I'm going to change the spark plugs, the wires. I've already changed the distributor cap, so let's go ahead and take a look if I can fix this problem with the spark plugs and wires. Turn it on. Hopefully it goes away. Let's get to work. I mean, there you can distinctly hear there's a fairly bad misfire, unfortunately, from back here. You wouldn't really notice it from up here. Still pretty smooth, but there's definitely a misfire. So while I already know that there's pretty much going to be a misfire, I don't know exactly which cylinder. I might as well read the codes. I've had a misfire before on my S2000. I changed the coil packs and spark plugs. It was all good. But let's go ahead. I might as well use, this is a very cheap little scan reader, code reader. Got it from Amazon for like 20 or 30 bucks. I'll put a link down below in case you guys are wondering. Very cheap, very durable. I just throw this in a tool bag, and you can see it's pretty beat up. From a couple years of just banging around, but it works pretty well. Let's go ahead and plug this in. So what we do is we go ahead and plug in your OBD2 scanner. In the Prelude, it's over here. I turn the ignition to on. Usually the check engine light turns off, but because there's codes there to be read, the check engine light is on. Go over here. I want to diagnose, hit OK, and it'll take a little bit of time to go ahead and diagnose. So I went ahead and read the code. It says cylinder 2 misfire detected. Is there anything else? So there's two codes. There's one P1399. and P0302. Alright, we open this up. I thought I've changed these wires recently, but I'm pretty sure I actually haven't. These are very old wires. They look new because they're blue and beautiful, but they are old, so I'm glad I'm changing them. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do one spark plug at a time. So the way I like to do it, I just I get this is a 5/8 or 3/8. This is a 5/8 spark plug socket. I have my torque wrench, and these spark plugs are pretty loose, so go ahead and do that. After it gets loose, just do it by hand. Fairly simple. Oof, this looks bad. I think this is the one that was not doing so well. It's full of oil. That's concerning. Oh well, take a look at that. Full of oil. Not good. Alright, so let's put the spark plugs back in. The socket holds it in place. You place it there and you start it by hand. No cross threading allowed. Alright. And then I take my torque wrench. It's currently set at slightly under, just very slightly under 15. That's all it needs. And that's it. Move on to the next one. So this is the second oil-drenched spark plug. But as you can see, the actual spark area is fairly clean. So it's not an internal cylinder problem. I think the valve cover gasket itself is having a huge issue and letting a ton of oil go through, probably due to high G situations. So I'm actually going to order a valve cover gasket. But for today, I'm just going to change the plugs and wires, fire her up, make sure cylinders are all good, and then I'll shut her off so I don't get any further oiling issues on my new spark plugs, and then I'll get a valve cover gaskets. What do you guys think? A valve cover gasket or something else? Again, look at the actual spark plug where it actually blows. It's clean. And since I'm already in here, I might as well do the spark plug wires as well. So I ordered this. This is NGK as well. The whole thing, and the spark plugs and these wires, cost like 60 or 70 bucks from eBay. I'll put a link down in the description in case you guys are wondering what I got. But obviously the longest ones are going to be the farthest away from the distributor cap, and then the shortest ones are going to be closer to the distributor cap. So plan accordingly. So the way I like to do it is I just like to remove one and replace that one to make sure I get everything right from the distributor down to the cylinder. I don't want to be chasing wires and things like that. It's the easiest way I found to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this one. There we go. Brand new spark plug wires. They're all organized in their place. Everything is nice and tight. We got new spark plugs, new wires. I know I need a valve cover gasket. When I get the valve cover gasket, I'll go ahead and do a full valve adjustment. If you want to take a look at that, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification. I'll show you guys exactly how to do that. But in the meantime, Let's turn this beast on, hear her purr, and make sure she runs good. So there we have it, folks. We fixed the misfire problem. I still need to fix the valve cover issue, because if I keep driving the car around with the faulty valve cover, I'm gonna mess up some fresh plugs and wires. I'm gonna have to keep doing that over and over, and I don't want to do that. Might as well do the valve cover gasket, and I'll do the valve specs, the valve clearances. I'll check those as well, but this thing's working very well right now. Wonderful. In case you guys are wondering, no, the battery's not dead. I just don't want to force it right now. I'm going to put it away, so I like to start it with my jump and carry, because I could easily charge that, no problem. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Peace.
Mm-hmm.